Hi, all the signs of the zodiac. I'm Pam, and welcome to your psychic crystal reading for the new moon in Gemini, June 3rd, 2019. As always, I'm going to look into my crystal and give you psychic predictions and messages from my spirit guides for the four elements: earth, water, fire, and air. The earth signs are Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. The water signs are Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. The fire signs are Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. And the air signs are Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. For this month of June 2019, these predictions will last really for a full month until the next new moon. Sometimes it's 2 weeks, but this is a powerful new moon, so it will last until the next new moon in July. So the first signs I'm gonna start with are the earth signs, which is Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. You may feel like a bit out of sorts, earth signs, and you may feel like some things feel a little bumpy, like you're on a bit of a bumpy road in June. Well, from the energies of this new moon in Gemini, which will be mostly June. Some of you earth signs are going to feel real antsy, almost like you want to jump out of your skin. Like, I want change, I want to do something different, I want to get out of the house, I want to go for a jog, go to the beach, go to the mountains, go for a motorcycle ride. Go for a jog. You're going to have this, like, you want to jump out of your skin energy. Some of you earth signs are going to feel like you want to really go around pleasing people. Yeah, you're going to want to do this for this one, this for that one, this for that one. And it doesn't even mean, like, for the most part, I feel it's close family and friends. Maybe you're going to want to have a barbecue, or you're going to want to have a party for somebody or do nice things for them. It could even be to people you don't know as well. Some of it's really going to drive up wanting to spend time outside in nature for some reason. Well, it's weather. If you live in the northern hemisphere, the weather is getting really nice. But this is some of the effects of this Gemini new moon for some of you earth signs. Be careful, earth signs, that you don't want to spend all your money on one shot on something, or just go on like a spending spree. Careful of your spending, because that jump out of the skin feeling you might have been feeling, or like, I got to get out of here and I want to do this and I want to go do that. It also may drive up you wanting to spend a lot of money as well. If you can afford it, great. But if in July you're going to regret it, then just put a lid on it if it's not going to be good for you. Some of you earth signs may spend too much time from the energy of this new moon in Gemini thinking about other people's issues and problems, and maybe taking them on like they're yours. Because, thoughts are things. Thoughts have energy. So if you keep thinking about other people's issues around you and other people's problems, you don't want that to become part of, like, your life. You have to watch out. Some of you may have weakness during this time in your ankles or knees, or both. So you may find a weakness crop up in that area. Some of you are going to receive some kind of unexpected notification of something that's going to make you really happy. Some of you, it's coming in the mail or email or mail, but for some of you may have, somebody could pop the question to you. Or if it's not an engagement question, it could be, do you want to live together, or do you want to go into business together? Like, some kind of interesting proposal or question could come your way from the energy of this Gemini new moon. Some of you are going to feel really triumphant because you've completed a lot of things. Maybe and I keep seeing the number two. So maybe you've been, like, working on 2 projects, 2 papers, 2 dissertations, 2 projects around your house, whatever it is, or a creative pursuit. And you're going to have completion from this Gemini new moon. Some of you are going to receive a handsome salary for a new job you're going to start, or they could raise your salary. Or if you're selling something, somebody may offer you a good, whether you're selling it online, in person, at Let It Go, Facebook Marketplace, eBay, whatever, or however you're selling it, I feel like you get a good price for something you're trying to sell, or you get an increase in your salary. Whether you are already working, they could raise you, or you could start a new job and you get an increase in over what you were making before. So I hope those messages were of help to you, Earth signs. Now on to the element of water. This is Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. Some of you water signs may feel like you want to stay out of the fray, and you may not want to mix it up too much with too many people during the next 2 weeks to 30 days from the energy of this Gemini new moon. But yet I feel like you are going to have to. So you may be getting invited to barbecues, outside events, functions, this, that, the other. And I feel there's resistance here. And you may not really feel up to it, but some of you may actually have to do it. Some of you are going to receive some kind of notification of something that you wanted to see happen is going to happen. So, if you applied for a job or applied to a contest or applied for a visa or a permit or a license, or, I don't know, like you were waiting for, a response from a client or a customer, you're going to get some kind of notification of that it's going to go your way. If you're a water sign that had health issues that were cropping up for you and problematic, I feel like you're actually going to start to feel better. Your health is going to improve. So you seem to have an increase in your health, a betterment of your health. Some of you, this energy of this Gemini new moon is going to start a whole new project, or it'll inspire you to want to start a whole new project or plan. That comes up for some of you. And you water signs need to be careful. Don't be in a hurry to tell everybody your business or everything that's going on with you. Hold your cards close to your vest. You may have the gift of gab, and you may start blabbering a lot of things that you later on in July and August you're going to wish you hadn't said. So just don't be so freewheeling with telling everybody about what's going on with you. Some of you water signs are eating too many carbohydrates, maybe even too much sugar, but watch your carbs. For some reason that's kicking up, and that's going to affect your blood sugar levels and maybe your hormones as well. So try to really cut out carbs, or be really reduced in the carbs you eat in June from the energy of this new moon in Gemini. Some of you water signs are going to have the energy of I can conquer the world, and I'm conquering the world, but you may tire yourself out. So be really careful of overextending yourself, overworking, pushing yourself too hard, and overextending your energy, because you could drain yourself drastically. And, not only will some of you water signs be receiving good news, or getting some notification of that you got in or won something, some of you will also be receiving help from others. That's going to be really helpful, like people helping you from the outside, friends, associates, networking. It's going to be working for you from the energy of this Gemini new moon. And just to let you water signs know, there's a lot of tumultuous energy in the air from this Gemini new moon. So there's going to be a lot of gossip and people, saying some stuff. So just beware of all the words that you hear flying around you, because it's too mixed up energy right now, and you really can't judge anything until you get into really August, because there's, soon there'll be Mercury in retrograde. And that'll be a whole nother ball of wax. So I hope those messages were of help to you. Now on to the element of fire. So this is for the element of fire, which is Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. You're going to be putting on a spectacular show, fire signs, and you're going to be looking really good, and your energy is going to be attracting a lot of attention, and your aura is going to be really bright from this Gemini new moon. This is going to lead some of you fire signs to take a lot of risks and chances. So you may take risks, chances, gamble, like that kind of thing could be going on with many of you fire signs. This is also going to drive up a lot of memories and things where you are going to be speaking about the past. Now, it could be you have to. Maybe you're going to be forced to speak about the past for some reason. Or it's just that you're feeling nostalgic and reminiscent and you're just naturally going to be doing it. Some of you fire signs are really going to want to be up front and center first, like first in line, first on this, first with that. It's going to drive up like competitive energy in you and wanting to be noticed, wanting to be recognized, wanting to be first. That energy all comes up strongly here for you fire signs. You're coming forward really strong, like a ball of energy and too fast. So in some ways, I'm all for that. I have a fire sign, rising sign, so I get that. But I feel like it's like when you feel like, oh man, I got to go forward, I got to drive forward, that's the signal for you to pull back and chill, like relax. That's what you need to do when that kicks up. Be careful, be careful, be careful, because some of you may actually be prone to, at this time, making mountains out of molehills. So don't sweat the small stuff. Try not to blow little things people do out of proportion and get yourself all worked up about it. It's not going to be a good time for that. It's just going to make your blood pressure go up and you're going to be aggravated. This also, energy of this Gemini new moon is driving up your asking too much of other people. So if you're a boss or a manager or a parent or a teacher, you may find that you are like, I'm not saying it's unreasonable, but for some reason it's coming up. Maybe it's happening more than usual from the energy of this Gemini new moon. This is also a good time for some of you fire signs to find lost objects. So if you had been looking for stuff before and you were like, forget it, I can't find these papers, or I can't find my mother's engagement ring or wedding ring or my, pocketbook that I really like. If you stopped looking for it before, good time for the next month to look for lost objects. You're going to feel hot under the collar, some of you, and I feel like some of you are kind of like working yourself up too much. You may have more of a tendency toward anger, and also to get like, if you're doing physical exercise, running, jogging, swimming, I don't care what, well, swimming maybe not, but, or even in a gym, you may be overheated, like working yourself up too much, especially if you play outside sports. So I hope those messages were of help to you. Now on to the element of air. This will be Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. I feel that some of you air signs are going to feel like you have to do everything double time, double this, double that. Maybe you have to do things over again too, but it just feels like you got to work double time. If you're on a diet, you're doing it double time. If you have to talk to people, everything's double time. I'm not sure what, I don't know how to take that. Hopefully you'll understand that. Some of you air signs are going to feel like you have the license to promote something. And maybe it is a literal license, or it's just like, this is high time for me to promote myself, my business, my work, my who I am, like promotion, marketing, promotion. Some of you air signs are seeing things with new eyes. You looked at things one way before, and this Gemini new moon is making you think, see, and look at things in a whole different perspective. If you're an air sign that has felt neglected, cut off, or ostracized, you're going to push yourself right back in and get back into whatever you feel like you got pushed out of. Some of you may meet somebody new, a new friend, somebody that could be a new business associate, or new love. Some of you are real air signs are going to really be partnering up with people in other ways, like in jobs or gigs or this or that. Like partnering up and teaming up comes up for some of you air signs. Some of you air signs are going to take something that you have that was old and refurbish it or somehow make it new again, or something you forgot about a long time ago. You're going to take it out and like, what? I had this all along. I can use this now. Like repurposing old things or coming across things you put away. That kind of energy comes up here as well. Caution for some of you air signs. During this next 30 days, do not judge people too quickly. You may have the tendency to be like, make snap judgments, or like, you can't judge a book by its cover or by what you think in the first 5 minutes you talk to somebody. Even though many of you can and you trust your intuition, it's just don't be too quick to judge people over the course of the next 30 days. You know, some of you air signs need to look for the small pleasures and the small positive things and stop feeling like if it's not some grandiose, huge thing that happens, then it's like not that important. That energy may kick up for some of you. So make sure if you start to feel like, well, that wasn't big enough, that wasn't exciting enough, that wasn't new enough, that wasn't sparkly and shiny enough, that you pick out the reasons that like, well, you know, this was good, that was exciting, that was interesting, even though they may not be overly exciting or grand, not humongously like a spectacular show. And for some of you air signs, if you feel like other people's actions and motives are bringing you down or making you feel depressed, or you start to feel sorry for yourself, that is not a good use of your energy during this time, because it could propel that to continue forward. So you want to nip it in the bud and try to let those things go. Don't let people rent space in your head or in your heart. It's not going to be good for you. So I hope those messages were of help to you, and I hope they made sense. I want to thank you so much, and as always, for watching, and please like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell when you do subscribe. That way you'll get notified when I upload my videos here to YouTube. And if you would like a continuation or to see what messages my spirit guides have for you for the month of June 2019, you can access those videos for download and purchase by clicking on the link below this video in the Show More section, and it will take you to my Vimeo videos on demand page for June 2019 psychic crystal readings for each sign of the zodiac. Also, there's many other links below this video for I was busy in April and May recording many different video series. Please be sure to check them out. And if you would like to get them by going to my website, you can get them there to www.theluckymermaid.com. Click on the videos tab on my menu and go to the video series on that page. There's many videos. I have 1,300 videos on Vimeo. So check all the links below if there's any videos you would like to get, or get them on my website. So I hope you have an absolutely gorgeous month of June and all this wonderful energy to come to you from the Gemini new moon. And know that I wish you many blessings and peace.